Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's frickin' hot. Eek Superstars, one of my all-time favorite tops of all time. It's bold, it's colorful, it's fashion gold. Just imagining you and it has me squealing with delight. So much so I gave myself a headache, Superstar. Ah, Pinky. Alright, so if it's got her that fired up, I'll wear it for today. I don't want to wear coveralls, but... why is it... it's got paint in the butt. I'm sorry, Pinky, I'm not wearing coveralls. If it was just a top, you'd have me. But I'm not having paint on my butt all day. Oh, I don't have the energy to deal with flowers right now. I might do it after I'm done recording, like... I might, like, take the Switch out on the deck or something and just tidy up flowers when I'm done. But right now, I'm dying. It's way too freaking hot. So I was really focused on this. What are you doing? We're crafting a wooden block bed. See, I do at it. There's a great way to learn by doing. That is a pretty default recipe. I mean, I kind of do, but also there are just the recipes in the Nooklings. But yeah, there is actually something I can kind of ramble about today, and I kind of rambled about it on the stream yesterday. But, it is relating to the content creator Carl Jobst and his Billy Mitchell lawsuit. Zoops, great to see you. Want to chat? Buy some time working on a new mint ice cream recipe. No, I'm possibly allergic to mint. That's what that's for. And a bit of an update around it of Carl has actually admitted he was wrong for withholding information about the lawsuit and lying via omission to basically misrepresent the lawsuit in some of the most asinine ways I think I've ever heard. Like, one of the things he legitimately said was that he didn't correct a news report that he was covering about the lawsuit because, well, the news had got it wrong, so he was just reacting to the news. He didn't have to correct it. It's like, well, no, technically you don't have to correct the news. But I can't help but feel, if I was getting sued by somebody, and the news ran a story on it, and misrepresented the lawsuit on either side, I'd want to be calling that news organization and be like, hey, so I believe y'all got it wrong. Here's what's actually going down. And request them, you know, release an amended story to explain that they got it wrong. And I would be very much wanting to correct information. You know, especially if I'm the one being sued. Like, I'm going to want the most correct information as for why out there, especially if I believe I am going to win. As Carl claims, he always was. He was confident he was going to win that lawsuit. It's why he didn't want to correct it, because, you know, that apparently might hurt his case somehow. I imagine anyone even vaguely familiar with law is currently face-palming at the idea of having the case accurately represented would hurt your case that you think you're gonna win. Yeah, that tells me you don't got a very strong case now, doesn't it? If the facts would make it seem like, you know, if the facts getting out would make you lose, then you don't got a very strong case, especially when you're being sued for defamation. and the truth is an absolute defense against defamation. That's kind of how defamation works. The truth is an absolute defense. Because, you know, if I say, you know, if I come out and say Isabelle isn't really a Belle, she's been lying to you this whole time, and then she comes out and goes, well, no, that's actually just my name. That is, you know, that right there would be, I'm defaming her by calling, you know, saying, yeah, she's never a Belle, she's been lying to us the whole time. I apologize if this example is not making any sense. I'm trying to brain and it's like 30-some degrees in my room. It's freaking hot. But if I were to come out and say, you know, hey, that's not actually her name. Her name is Dorothy, and, you know, all this stuff. And she comes out and with evidence of, no, her name is Isabelle. Well, that is proof I've defamed her. Especially if I'm saying, no, her name's Dorothy. It's a cover name. She's a criminal. Like, you know, the moment I start making shit up is the moment I'm defaming her, and, well, she has definitive proof that her name is Isabelle. You know, it's that sort of thing. Now, if I were to make conjectural claims that would need to be proven one way or another, you know, let's say Isabelle goes on a 1-week vacation. She's just gone for a week. And then I start spreading a rumor that, she's off in Sapphire. She's burning the place to the ground. And conveniently at the same time, that village gets burned to the ground. But there is no perfect evidence that it was Isabelle. There's no evidence it wasn't Isabelle. Me saying that about her, if it wasn't true, she could take me to court for it and seek to find evidence that no, in fact, she was just off visiting Harvey for a week. And when, you know, instead it was actually me who went back to Sapphire and burned the place to the ground. You know, I hope I'm making some level of sense. Alright, we got paintings. We got Venus there. That has a coffee stain, so it's not the man. I'm just gonna scroll down through this, and as I get to them, I'm gonna check them. Alright. It's fake. The real one has a tree in the corner. Let's see. I cannot tell the earrings. I need a closer look. I want a closer look. That's a fake. Her eyes are closed and she's got the wrong earrings. So it's the statue then. I'm pretty confident I don't have the statue, so... Nah. Honestly, Brett, if I was gonna buy any fake painting, it would be Venus up there. So, you know. So I will buy the ancient statue. Cousins discount, $49.80. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Pretty good discount. Now the proud owner of an ancient statue. I definitely won't regret it. Unless I already have that donated and just don't remember. Then I might regret it, because I don't have a use for the statue. But, you know. But yeah, it's just... It's so weird how Carl seems to just still be absolutely refusing to acknowledge that he willfully misled his audience. And his audience is definitely smaller than it used to be before all of that happened and basically came out when he lost the lawsuit, because of course he did. He accused someone of causing someone else to oof themselves. Like, that's, you know... And like, the dumbest thing of it all is because of how defamation stuff tends to work, and we even more or less know this, Billy reached out to Carl to basically just ask him to retract that. And Carl refused. We'll see you, Steven. Glad you're here. We'll see you too, Muffy. Let's talk. Nothing better than cranking some rock on my Lily record player. My parents used to complain about the noise so much, but they're not here now. Wow. That is fair. But, like, Billy gave him the opportunity to avoid a lawsuit he was not gonna win. And at that moment, like, there were even people, at the time Carl made that comment, going, I don't know, man. That seems like a rough comment to make. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And Carl's response was basically, yeah, it's fine, you're just a baby. It's like, no, we had legitimate concerns. Like, but Carl would shoot him down because, oh, he doesn't see it as defamation. It's like, yeah, that doesn't matter. Like, you could call someone a doo-doo head who wets their bed, and you may not see that as defamation. But if you've got a 1 million+ follower audience, that suddenly becomes defamation because you're now accusing them of doing something embarrassing, and that could seriously hurt their reputation. Like, it's a childish insult, yeah, but it could still be defamation. Like, you know, just because you don't see it as that, it doesn't matter. Welcome, Butterbean. Make yourself comfy, Snorty. Let's chat. You really do look perfect in your tuxedo jacket. It really highlights how cool you are. Not that you need much help with that. I need lots of help with that. My character is at, like, 9 levels of coolness above me on a scale of 10. They're not a 10 though. They're just a 9. But, you know, I'm a complete 0 on that scale. But it's just, I have not watched Carl's entire video. I probably will, just out of morbid curiosity. Evening. I was just cooling off my titanic muscles after my workout, Colonel. You know how it is. Let's talk. The t-shirt I wear for my daily workout is like family, Colonel. And you know what makes me want to wear it every day? Do you, Colonel? Breathable mesh? Huh. You know, your sportswear, Colonel. And that's what most folks would say, but... Well, for me, breathability is just a secondary concern, Colonel. What I want is a shirt... What I want in a shirt is a fabric that wicks away the sweat in a way that makes my muscles look even bigger, Colonel. Alright, man. I don't understand how that would work, but you do you. Thinking of working out, I'm actually, like, I know it's pretty late at night, but I could still change my mind on this. I'm still debating if I want to take today as a break day from my exercise, because, like, I just ended my, the Pilates program I was doing yesterday. So, I'm good. I don't have to do anything today. Steven, how are you, Snowcone? It's the latest. The fresh air never fails to cheer me up, Snowcone. The problem is, it's hot as frick. So, like, I don't know if I could do an exercise today. Like, I could probably do some basic stuff, and I probably will, but, like, man, is it frickin' hot. Like, it doesn't help that today was a stream day, so my computer was outputting a good amount of heat for 5.5 hours on a really hot day. Honestly, like, as much as I have actually kind of thought of maybe doing a Final Fantasy XIV stream at some point, soon-ish, I think I'm waiting until late September, at least. And I say that just simply because I don't want to put... nice Renaissance dress. Nah. Ah, purple. Yes. Color of Emperors. Like, I don't want to put myself through that. It's too hot already. Oh, jeez, yawning. I don't want to yawn. I've got food to eat after this. Making your usual round, Steven? Or is this a special visit? Not that you ever need a reason to visit your favorite hedgehog shopkeepers. No? No, I don't. Please come again. I will. But yeah, like... I don't think myself and many other people would be anywhere near as upset with Carl if he would just come out and admit he was being malicious. Yeah, well, not... I would even take incompetent. But he's not going to. And as I've mentioned before, like, all of that, it doesn't give a pass to the completionists. It really doesn't. But what it does do is shine a light that maybe there's a benefit of the doubt going on. Superstar, perfect timing. Help me out here. I'm thinking of maybe, you know, moving away from this island. I totally need your input. It's not that I don't love it here, it's just, I need some adventure, excitement. It sounds like she doesn't want to leave and just wants to hear me to say I want her here, so she's not leaving. You want me to go, Superstar? Couldn't decide. I really didn't want to do anything that'd make my friends super sad. Okay, scratch that plan. No more moving. This island's my home. So glad I talked to you, Superstar. Exactly. Should be Serrano leaving, not you. This is not going to be the start of me making every animal stay. Honest. It's just the way she worded that. It really sounded like she was just looking for reassurance that she belongs here. Hoped you'd stop by Airmail. Want to chat? You look really great wearing your tuxedo jacket. So impressed. Not everyone can pull that off. I'm gonna turn into your biggest fan if you don't stop that sort of thing, Airmail. Aw. Such a sweetie. Like, it does give the completionist some benefit of the doubt. Like, if this was a jury trial, the jury would now be finding there is reasonable doubt on if he actually committed basically fraud or was just incompetent. Like, he still did wrong, but was it malicious or incompetence? Now, we can't say for sure because one of the primary sources for him being corrupt and doing this maliciously and being evil has been exposed as someone who is willingly going to mislead his audience. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I was on that jury, I don't think I could convict, knowing that the witnesses, both of them, both Mutahar and Carl Jobs, are not reliable sources. Like, think of it this way. Imagine you got somebody on trial for attempted murder. And then come to find out that the two primary witnesses that saw this guy, or claimed to have seen this guy, committing attempted murder, also attempted to murder people, and also they saw this guy as potential competition. Because that's another thing to consider. This was beef between 3 YouTubers. Well, the completionist doing gaming content is competition for Carl Jobs and Some Ordinary Gamer, who both do gaming content. They found some competition that they could remove. So they went for it. While not being especially trustworthy themselves, they tried to portray themselves as beacons of morality, beacons of trust. And like, yeah, I don't for a moment doubt that, you know, the completionist did wrong. Like, that money he raised for charity needed to go to charity. That's how it works. You raise it for charity, it goes to charity. Which is also why I would never make a business to hold charity money. That money going straight to the charities it's supposed to go to. Because here is kind of the thing, and why even back then I was iffy on that whole drama. The only thing that made it iffy to me was the fact that Gerard had been, I think it's Gerard, the completionist, had been claiming that the money had been donated when it hadn't been. And then when he was called out for it, that money suddenly got donated. It'd be kind of neat having a mounted black bass. You just want a fish to eat. And I understand, man. So that does, that's the only real sticking point. But at the same time, did he think it was donated because he was told it had been? Did he just never look at the numbers and trusted other people were not lying to him? I need this duck. I need the duck. I need it. Plastic duck simulator. Here we go. First duck. Now I just need 100 more. Because, let's be real. How many of you watching this, if you were in charge of a business, or not even in charge of it, just part of a business, and you were told, yeah, sir, we donated that money that you raised, are you really going to sit there and doubt your employees? Are you going to be there and be like, I should go and make sure they actually donated it. Can I put this on a stump? Aw. I was really hoping you could put that on a stump. Or are you going to trust your employees to not lie to you? Maybe I'm the weird one, but if I was the CEO of a company, I don't think I'm going to want to be sitting around doing accounting work. It's what you hire an accountant for. And if that accountant is doing sketchy things, you fire them, but you're only going to find out they're doing sketchy things when it's brought to your attention that they're doing sketchy things. You're not just going to know. So, like I said, it does cast doubt. Which, if I was the completionist right now and I actually wanted to come back to making videos and stuff, I would very much be using that doubt to my advantage. I would right now be preparing a lengthy script talking about how Carl Jopps and Some Ordinary Gamer / Mutahar have now both been outed for being untrustworthy sources. And I would talk about how, yes, I messed up. I didn't ensure that money had been donated. I took people at their word. I would throw unnamed accountants under the bus, never actually naming them, but saying, I would throw the accountants under the bus, basically. These fictional accountants that probably don't exist. And, I'd make a comeback to making videos, and as long as I worded that video carefully enough, honestly, there'd probably be more people on his side than on Mutahar or Carl's. That's the thing. They have handed the completionist a golden ticket, should he wish to cash it, by being untrustworthy. Now, I apologize, I've been rambling about this for 20-some minutes. It's just literally what's been on my mind today. I will say, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight, I have the first 3 episodes of the new series recorded. I'm just not sure I feel like editing them tonight, so you might have had Balatro earlier in the day. I don't know yet. I'm kind of thinking Balatro, though, because I can record Balatro pretty quickly before I go to bed, get it edited pretty quickly, because it'll only be probably 20-30 minutes, and then I don't need to deal with heat for anywhere near as long as editing the first episode of a new series would. So, I don't know, I'm kind of torn at the moment. Also, it would mean that there wouldn't be a 2-day break between episode 1 and episode 2. There'd only be a 1-day break. Plus then, you know, the series would be starting at the start of a week instead of starting at the end of a week. I don't know yet. It'll all really depend on how I'm feeling, like, while I'm editing this, which may not be for like an hour. I kind of want to try to let things cool off a little more first before I dump more heat back into the room. I really need to get, like, I have a thermometer down here. It's an outdoor thermometer, but that just means it reads lower than the actual temperature. Like, it'll read lower when it's hot and higher when it's cold. But, yeah. I just want to know how hot it is. I could tell you, basically. I think it's probably about 35, 40 degrees in here. It's hot enough I am actively sweating while sitting here. Like, it's not good. But yeah, I do hope you guys will enjoy this new series. And I'm sure it'll get some engagement. Assuming the person that I'm pretty confident will be leaving comments is still going around leaving comments. He does seem to have slowed down since a recent game's release, from what I've seen. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I kind of hope. Want to see if he's doing okay, you know. It's a commenter I've encountered many a time before. I don't actually know him, but anyone within this fanbase knows this commenter. He has been around for about as long as the games have been. So, you know. And I cannot wait to hear his takes on everything. Has free engagement. Oh, Diva be thinking? What are you thinking about, girl? You know what Caroline told me? She said my catchphrase was worrying and upsetting. I like saying girlfriend and all, but now I'm worried and upset. I don't know. What do you think? I don't think Caroline meant that. Your catchphrase being girlfriend seems to be causing a few problems. Because I get the feeling that Caroline thinks that you were trying to call her your girlfriend is the thing. That's why it was worrying and upsetting. So let's try a new one. Yeah, good thinking. Any ideas? For a sick catchphrase, now's the time, girlfriend. So, let's change it to queen. Cool. So, queen? Is that what we're going with? You got it. Goes nothing, queen. Oh, that was powerful. I'm shook. Let's do this. I love it. Bring out a whole new side of me. Just you wait. Haha, as if queen. See, now she should have no problems with it. So now you're calling her a queen. Now I'm thinking with Pringles. I don't even know why I thought of Pringles. I was just trying to think of a snack food, and that was the first thing that went to my brain. Now I'm thinking with popcorn. There we go. You know, what is turnip price right now? 52. Yeah, this was a bad week for turnips. I'm glad I didn't buy any. I honestly may not buy turnips for the rest of the month, just to make this month easier. Where, like, I know I probably don't have time this month for a dual recording on Sundays. Well, 4 Sundays. So, yeah. It's already kind of hard enough to deal with KK concerts, now that I'm hosting a Team Fortress 2 night. Also, I remember someone wanting to see what my progress was in these, so I'm going to scroll through these really quick. I've got a fair few of them. There's definitely some stuff I've yet to do, and I've yet to fully, you know, corner the stock market. I also need to do more stretching. There's also a few I haven't gotten yet. But yeah. Pretty nice. But that is going to be it for today. with that, I thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow where it'll probably be even freaking hotter. See you all then.